Hey, and welcome to Torch Talk. My name is Brandy Miller, and today we have with us Miss Krystal Harris. Hey, Krystal, how are you?
Hey Brandy, I'm doing well.
So, tell us about yourself and what you do here at Richmond Community College.
Okay, well, first off, thank you for having me to speak today on Torch Talk. I began my career in education in 2006. During my time as an educator, I've worked as a teacher assistant um, for a couple years. And as I was working, I completed my bachelor's degree in elementary education at UNC Pembroke. I immediately began teaching third grade English language arts. And let's see, this is my 18th year in education, and I've taught third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, only 1 year middle school, sixth grade, and I've taught STEM to students in pre kindergarten through fifth grade. I did that for 2 years. During that, the past 18 years, I've completed an AIG add-on licensure and a master's degree in reading education, both from UNCP. Most recently, I completed a graduate level credit hours in early childhood education, and I plan to earn an additional master's degree in early childhood education. So I began as a full-time instructor at Richmond Community College in the early childhood education department in the fall of 2022. So this is my second year in this role.
18 years. Wow.
I know, it's a lot's changed in 18 years, but a lot's the same too.
Okay, so being an early childhood education instructor, what decisions led you to choose this career path?
Well, I am passionate about teaching, first of all. More importantly, I'm passionate about children. So this career path just simply makes sense to me. As an early childhood professional, I know and understand the significance of early childhood. For example, during the first few years of life, 1 million new neural connections are established per second in a child's brain. I mean, to me, that's just amazing. The brain's nearly fully developed by the time a child's 5 years old. So when you think about that, during this span of time, known as early childhood, we have the ability to grow and build a child's brain. That's significant. So we're able to do that through providing experiences for children, establishing developmentally appropriate environments for them, and also through our interactions. We truly are able to have a lifelong impact on a child. And so, knowing that I'm so passionate about that topic, I want to just shout it from the rooftops, but I chose instead to go down this career path so that I could teach future early childhood professionals that we have the opportunity in this field to impact every other realm of the world. So I want to help develop early childhood education professionals who go out into our community and make a difference in the lives of our children.
Oh. Mm-hmm. So, can you provide us with some information on the early childhood education program? Like, what will you learn from being enrolled, and how long is the program?
Well, there are several different paths that a student can take in the field of early childhood education. Ultimately, at Richmond Community College, we want the student to consider what career path he or she's working towards, and then that will determine the path that the student should take. So, for example, if a student wants to be a director or an operator of a child care center, that student should complete the early childhood education non-licensure track, and they will earn an associate degree in early childhood education. So that degree includes administration courses. Those are required by the state if you're going to be a director or an operator of a child care center. And it takes 2 years or 4 semesters, requires completion of 71 credit hours. And then students, once they finish that associate degree, the student's allowed to transfer that degree to a birth to kindergarten bachelor's degree program at the university level. If a student wants to be a teacher's assistant in the public school setting, the student should enroll in the early childhood education career track. So the career track is also 2 years or 4 semesters. The students can expect to gain information that will help them successfully perform duties as a teacher assistant in the early childhood setting, specifically public schools.
Right.
So if a student has the desire to become a pre-K or kindergarten licensed teacher in a public school setting or Head Start or a North Carolina pre-K classroom, the student should enroll in the Early Childhood Education licensure track. That's an associate degree. Program takes 2 years or 4 semesters, requires 71 credit hours, and that degree allows the student to transfer to a university to work towards obtaining a bachelor's degree in birth to kindergarten. So those are just a few of the programs, you know, underneath this umbrella of early childhood education. We also have the a program for, or a path for people who want to be a public school teacher, first grade through 12th grade. And so that is Associate in Arts Teacher Pathway. So that's not necessarily early childhood education, but the students in that program are exposed to early childhood education courses, 4 courses to help prepare them for what it would be like to work with children.
Oh, wow. So, can you take some of these online if someone wanted to?
Yes, all of these options are offered online.
Okay, so if someone was, I don't know, say all the way in California, not that I really want to choose California, but they could do the whole entire program online.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so after informing us about the early childhood education program, can you explain to us what certificates you can earn if someone else decides to go into early childhood education?
Well, there are several certificates that students can earn in the field of early childhood education. But hang on one second, Brandy. I need to back up. So you asked if the whole programs could be completed online, and I said yes, you can complete these online. But there, in some of the programs, the students are required to do a practicum. Okay, and so that means they would complete their coursework in a classroom under the supervision of a teacher. And so we, instructors in the early childhood education department, go out and observe the teachers, okay? So we would definitely have to make some, come up with some innovative ways to be able to do that, but we have to be able to observe that student interacting in the classroom.
Gotcha.
Okay, so sorry.
No, that's good for that clarification, though, because, someone may possibly think like that, if they can just do it online and but that makes sense.
Okay, so there are several certificates that students can earn in the field of early childhood education. The Early Childhood Administration Certificate. So that's 5 courses, and it prepares students for the responsibilities that are associated with being an administrator of an early childhood facility, early child care facility. So the students enrolled in this certificate program, they learn about foundations of childhood education. They learn about physical and nutritional needs of young children, safety issues in the care of young children. They also learn about rules and regulations of early childhood programs. And so if a student goes down this path, their employment opportunities include entrepreneurship or management of child development and child care programs, early Head Start and Head Start programs, as well as other programs. Those are just some examples. Richmond Community College also offers the Early Childhood Preschool Certificate. That's 5 courses included in that certificate as well, and it prepares students to work with preschool aged kids from ages 3 to 5 in diverse learning environments.
Now, with all that being said, this is the question I'm going to ask is a little off topic. Now, would you have to be CPR certified if you decided to be an administrator? Like, do you, to work with, to do early childhood, would you need to be CPR certified?
Yes, you would need to be CPR certified. Now, it depends on the facility. Okay, and so as long as a certain number of the employees are certified, but like in an infant room, then there are certain trainings that each one of those teachers, they have to be up to date, kept on file in the administrator's office. SIDS training and CPR training. So yes, there are expectations and requirements by the state for the facility.
Okay. Just a little off topic. I had to ask. I'm like, was wondering. I know a lot of other places are, so I'm like, I felt like if you're going to do anything with children, you probably would have to be CPR certified.
For sure.
Thank you for that.
And these classes, you learn about what, the safety, like what to feed children and what not to feed children, and that you learn that you can't have balloons, anywhere around children, depending on their age. And so it prepares students for working with children in the field.
So Richmond CC offers an effective teacher training course through corporate and continuing education. Could you explain what students will learn in that class?
Sure. So the effective teacher training course is offered online. Typically lasts about 4 weeks. So the entire thing's completed online. It's designed for substitute teachers. Okay. I know in Richmond County, you have to have, before you can be a substitute teacher, you have to have this training, okay? And so it's also, available for teacher assistants or prospective new teachers. It's a great way to earn teacher renewal credits for teachers who are already in the classroom. And so students who take the course, they can expect to explore the same topics that the classroom teacher faces every day. So, for example, students will gain information about time management, monitoring students' interactions, afternoon duties, expectations of the students, and their expectations as a teacher. They'll also explore topics about different learning styles and just how to deal with diverse students.
So is there any additional information that you would love to leave with, potential students, future students, even teachers? Because you gave us so much information on our early childhood education program.
Sure, yes. So I earned my very first degree, an associate degree, from Richmond Community College. So Richmond Community College is dear to my heart. RCC truly is a place where learning gets personal and professional relationships are developed. And personally, I consider the children of today's American society to have a direct impact on my future. Some of the children sitting in these early childhood settings today may eventually make decisions as leaders, or they might hold appointed or elected seats in my community, our state, our nation. So some of them might greet me at a restaurant. They might accept my payment at a department store. They may be your hairstylist and, work on my car. So becoming an early childhood educator is important. Although it's a complex, serious job, it truly provides us with the opportunity to actively and positively impact the life of a child and help shape that child's future success. So the reality is, Brandy, we are all stakeholders because children truly are our future.
That's right.
So early childhood education matters, and we need teachers who are passionate and who want to make a difference in the life of a child. I simply want to encourage anyone who believes that they have a calling for teaching, anyone who's interested in the development of young children, or who simply enjoys working with young children, to please come on out to Richmond Community College and check out the programs in our department, because we would love to have you.
Hey, I might have to sign up for it.
Come on.
Well, Krystal, thank you so much again for coming on Torch Talk. This was fun.
Yes, thank you. I had a great time. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad. And thank you for informing everybody about our early childhood education and, what it means to work in the field, truly. Mm-hmm. We need more people out there like you.
Well, thank you.
Well, I'm Brandy Miller. This is Torch Talk, and we will see you next time.